Hello, this is Victor at restoringmercedes.com. This video is for Paul in California. And here we have another C280 throttle actuator. This is non-ASR unit, as you can see by configuration. And here is another one with the bad coil. Actually, this is the second one I'm doing. In the second, last week I did one, and this week I'm doing another one. So 6-cylinder units, the coils, they just don't last, unfortunately. V8s last longer, V12s never fail. So anyway, the unit, not only that the wires were bad, but the coil was bad. As you can see, those are the new cables over there, right in that area. See the blue, the purple and the black. That's from my rebuilt coil wires. To get the coil out, it's extremely difficult, plus alignment of potentiometer is extremely precise, spring loaded and all. It's a job and a half to get this to align properly. Basically, the idea you want readings to be proper and the plate angle to be also proper. So factory is all welded, laser weld or something. It's like tiny microscopic MIG weld or something, so that had to be re-welded. So I repaired the coil, changed the cables. Of course, the wires were all bad, they were crumbled and obviously needed to be replaced. Right now the unit has been energized just for the first time basically, and my alignment is perfect, which is ideal situation here. It's like I'm really happy, so I don't have to like weld and grind again, but this worked out well. Cleanup of the unit. The unit is in really nice shape, very clean and cleaned up, like pretty much close to the new condition as you can get it to new condition. As you can see, nice and shiny, no rust. California, you can tell, not like some northern states where you can find some rust, or states with lots of rains where you find some water inside the unit, some little rusting. Now what I want to show now is the readings and what this unit actually gives out, and I'm really happy with the results. Now these are the readings over there: 4.37, 4.37. Idle switch, they can fluctuate a little bit. I've seen them go I've seen them go 441 and something like that, but this is pretty good. Micro switch over here in off position because the unit is at idle position right now. So all I'm gonna do is I'm going to open the throttle all the way. See, I opened the throttle all the way. So the R1 potentiometer changes its reading. I'm holding it at full wide open throttle and releasing it. As you can see, like right here, wide open throttle, idle. Readings follow. So as you can see, that changes just fine. Also, as you can see, if I try to influence the actual positioning of the throttle plate, the motor brings it back. As you can see, if I'm forcing it, I can get readings to change just slightly. But I'm going to show you the second potentiometer. See, 4.39, because it's that sensitive. It's 200ths of the volt. It actually picks up already. So now the next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to induce a limp mode into this unit, and I want to show you the readings of the secondary potentiometer, R2. Basically R2 and R1 will go together because they will be basically connected once I move this lever right here. So when I remove the gear, it's not secured yet because I'm still testing the unit. As you can see, the motor spins. It wants to bring the unit to its position. So if I'm going to move the plate, as you can see, the motor tries to bring it back to idle, to the right angle. So right now I got it to pretty much perfect angle, and the motor doesn't have to spin because the unit is aligned so nicely. I just really made it on point, so it's like really straight. But if you move it just a hair, as you can see how sensitive It is. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into the limp mode. I'm gonna open the plate. Actually, not even the plate. I'm going to even do worse limp mode. I'm going to move the lever here. Boom. That's it. This is our limp mode. As you can see, the unit has quietened down. But at this point, I can actually do my secondary potentiometer readout. Okay, this potentiometer R2. So I'm going to move this lever, and what's going to happen is it opens up both. It's not fortunate with one hand. Okay, so basically when I move it, you can see the potentiometer behind the plate opens up. The plate also opens up. Again, I'm not really having much of a success here. Okay, so say wide open throttle. And look at the readings now. We first have S2 switch. God damn it, oh my finger. Alright, so okay, so this is the wide open throttle. So as you can see, the reading on R2 changes. That's what it's supposed to do. It's exactly what it has to do. I can't hold it for too long. And we can see the safety switch S1, I'm sorry, not S2, S1 changes because the micro switch is there. When the plate opens, it's supposed to tell the computer that okay, the plate is open, and if all the readings are proper, the computer will keep the plate at whatever angle you desire, and that will correspond to the amount of gas being given to the car for cruise control features and idle speed correction as well. So when it's on, then it means idle, and if it's off, then it's off idle. Also, the potentiometer feeds back to the computer how much you're giving out, how much throttle you're pressing on, and that's also good for the air fuel ratio and such things. So anyway, so that's important. So as you can see, I'm changing the lever, and obviously our readings also follow. So I'm gonna go close it down. As you can see, our readings also follow. Now, throttle plate is stuck, I'm sorry. There it goes, because I have to raise the unit. Secondary potentiometer didn't move. There we go. So as you can see, they follow just exactly together, give or take obviously, because there is no electronic control at this point. But if I'm keeping it whatever angle, they both follow. So that's very important. So they do follow, they don't drop out or anything like that. And idle, S1 switch is ready, and put the gear back on, and let's restart the unit. Shut the power down. The power has been just put back on, and you can see the unit activated. Computer needs to reset because it sensed voltage drop. And basically that would be all. I mean, this is working unit. I'm going to leave it on the bench. I couldn't leave it yesterday because I needed to have a sealant to seal and set. So now it's all set and done, and I can leave it on the bench, and once it passes the bench test, it's going to be all closed back up and mailed back to a customer. Okay, so this is going to be basically all. If any kind of issues, obviously I'll let you know, but I don't see any problems. I went through the whole unit. There is nothing else to go through. So all the way down to the coil. I mean, that's the coil, by the way. That's from another customer's coil. Previous video I had with non-ASR unit, but this coil I could not reuse actually because it had cracks in it. So I didn't want to have cracked coil back in the unit because this is very difficult to remove. So this coil was good. It was not blacked out or anything, overheat, nothing like water damage, no overheat damage. It's good. So I fixed this coil, both sides, negative and positive, mine as well, because you don't want to go back in there. Okay, so this is going to be all. This is Victor at RestoreYourMercedes.com. Thank you for watching.